Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to take a look at Fossibot F101 Pro. This is a phone that I received from the company. Here in the back of the box we have the specifications. We have a 5.45 HD IPS display. The phone has network 4G capabilities. It's octa-core Helio P60. It has 8 GB of RAM with 128 GB of storage, which goes up to 15 GB of RAM actually, because we have 7 GB of RAM plus. For the cameras, we have a 24 megapixel rear camera and a 5 megapixel macro camera. On the front, we have an 8 megapixel sensor. The phone has dual SIM and a big battery of 10,600 milliamperes. We have a fingerprint sensor, etc. We're gonna see in a second. As you can see, the box is unopened. Let's open it and take a look. So after we open the box, we are presented with the user manual, the phone, and as we can see, we have a charging brick. Okay, so this is the phone. We have the SIM ejection tool, and we have a charger, type A. And we have the charging cable, which is type C on one side and type A on the other. Nothing too fancy. Now let's take a look at the phone. We have a triple cameras here on the back. We have a secondary display, the LED flashlight. On the right side, we have the power button and the volume buttons. Nothing on the top. On the left side, we have a function button. And here, let me just open it to show you. And to open the SIM tray, we are going to use the SIM ejection tool. Here we can see that either we can use two SIMs at the same time or just one SIM and the SD card. Now let's pop it back in. Here on the bottom, we have the type C charging port. Now let's power on the device and take a look further. Let's remove the logo. Here in the logo, we have some more specifications. Okay, hi there. Let's start. The phone supports 5 GHz wireless connectivity. Okay, so as you guys can see, we are on the menu now. I have some other rugged phones here, and let me just compare the size of the Fossibot with some other rugged phones. Now, let me just line them up here for you. This is Fossibot, this is the Oukitel WP22, this is the Unihertz TikTok S, this is the Blackview BV6200 4G. Now, let's start with the Blackview. As you can see, Fossibot is the smallest phone. They have two volume buttons, power button on the right side, branding, Type-C charging port on the bottom, function button on the left side, clean on the top. These two are very similar because they both share a secondary display, but Unihertz is slightly bigger and thinner than Fossibot. The other difference is the fact that Unihertz has two function buttons on the left side while Fossibot has only one. But this phone costs almost double the price of this one. And finally, the Oukitel. This is the Oukitel WP22. This is definitely a much more bigger phone. Again, volume buttons, power button. This one is also a fingerprint sensor. Type-C charging port on the bottom. One function button on the left side. Same tray. Clean on the top. Oukitel has a microphone here. Fossibot has a secondary display. Oukitel has a big speaker. Okay, so this is the second part of the video. I was messing around with the phone a little bit. I've installed a few apps, and I must say that the phone gave me a very good first impression. As you can see, I've installed a few games. I was playing S101 while I was not recording, and let's open it so you guys can see for yourself. I like the gameplay on this phone because the phone did not lag and didn't overheat at all. Also, the phone has a lot of volume, so I'm just gonna keep it quiet here. After finishing with this, I will play Subway Surfers a little bit so you guys can see. And as you guys saw, the gameplay was very good. Now let's open another game. This is a smaller one, Subway Surfers. If we didn't have problems on Asphalt 9, which is a bigger game, we won't have problems here. Usually on bad phones, Subway Surfer lags when we jump here on the game. The gameplay is good, I can go all day, but we don't have all day. Now let's open a YouTube video, let's check the viewing angles and the speaker. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but the phone gives a lot of bass. It's good. Now let's check the screen resolution on a YouTube video. And video quality, it's 1080p, 60 frames per second. Brightness level is at maximum, and as long as you keep the brightness level at maximum, you won't have problems watching a YouTube video. Now let's check the smoothness of the phone. I like the fact that the phone is not lagging. Okay, so the phone lagged while we opened Asphalt 9, which is understandable because Asphalt 9 is a heavy game, but overall this is good. We can close all of the apps at the same time here. We have a secondary display. Let's go to settings and take a look at that secondary display. Here in settings, we scroll down until we see back screen. And here on back screen, we have a lot of options. We have watch face selection. We can change it. We can download a custom one from the internet or something that you did yourself, and you can put it here as a watch face. I prefer this one. I have another phone with a watch face. This is the Unihertz TikTok S. I have customized this one on a Rolex watch face. I can do the same thing on this one, but I'm liking the one that the phone has, so I won't change it. Now also, I don't know if you guys saw it, but when I tapped once the function button here on the left side of the phone, it opened flashlight. That button is customizable. If you press it once, I have done it to open the flashlight, and if you keep the button pressed, you turn off or turn on the secondary display. Also, we can change that in settings. Let's go to settings. We scroll down until we see custom key. We enable it, and here we have the possibility to change it. One press function. We can go flashlight, or we can change the application. Long press function, wake up, turn off or turn on the secondary display. Here on memory expansion, we see that we can add 3, 5 or 7 gigabytes of RAM more on the phone. So we have 8 gigabytes of RAM, we go up to 15 gigabytes of RAM. We have gloves mode. If you are a construction worker or somebody that works in that line of duty, you can use this mode if you have gloves on most of the time. So you don't need to remove your glove to use your phone. You can use the phone with the gloves on. But you need to turn on this mode here. Now let's check the Android version. And as you can see, the phone has Android 13. Now let's open the camera app. Let's check the modes here. We have mono, which is basically night vision, something similar in that. We have video, picture, beauty, and more. Here on more, we see that we have the bokeh effect, pro mode, macro, and scan. Now, to be completely honest, I'm not sure if this is the night vision or not, but it's black and white, and I think it's night vision. Here on video, we see that we can record up to 1080p with 30 frames per second. Here on picture, we press settings and we see the options here. We can use this one I liked because we have volume keys, and we can use volume keys either to capture a photo or to zoom in or zoom out on while we are trying to capture a photo. This is nice. Capture mode. We can change capture from normal to just touch, so basically you just tap anywhere in the screen and it works as a shutter button. Now let's open tool bag. We have compass, we have sound meter, we have peak hanging, magnifier, height measure, and all of these other functions here. And I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but the phone has a pre-installed film screen protector. It's not a glass screen protector, but even though this phone is rugged and is designed to handle drops, or I don't know, it's tough, it's a rugged phone, still they decided to go with a film screen protector to protect it from scratches. That is a nice touch. Now let's talk a little bit about the secondary display. Here on the secondary display, you see that we have the watch face, we can tell time. If we swipe to the right, we have compass. Again, we can control the camera app. We have the timer, sound recorder, music player, we can add more. If we scroll from top to bottom, we see, let me remove this sticker here. If we scroll from top to bottom, we see that we have battery percentage. If you want to see the notifications, you just scroll up. I have no notifications now, but that is how it's going to look. If you swipe to the left, you have the same things that you had when we swiped to the right. Now let's talk about something that I did not expect to talk about for this secondary display. Now, as you guys can see, we can use the camera directly from the secondary display. But what you don't know is the fact that we can use the selfie camera from the secondary display while the phone is locked. That is a cool feature. I know some of you guys will use this feature and it will come in handy, because you can have the phone like this and you can just take a picture of someone that is in front of you and he won't notice that you just took a picture of him. Now let's wrap it up. This phone will have a special price from November 11 up to November 17. You will find the links to make a purchase in the video description below. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you on the next one.